All right, just got word that Tony Harrison and Jermell Charlo will be going down December 21st at the Barclays Center. And Mauricio Sulaiman Jr. at the WBC convention today, he said it in Spanish. One of my homies translated it for me, and I linked that interview in the description. Same one Ness had, that if Gary Russell don't fight at least 3 times a year, be more active, they're going to strip him. So let's talk about it. Both WBC topics. It's a big week for them as well. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Want to donate to the channel, share the video the best way. You want to send a donation, that link's in the description. But yeah, it's halftime of the Pistons game, so I'm squeezing the video in. I had no ambitions or no thoughts of doing, but let's talk about Tony Harrison and Jermell Charlo. It came down to Vegas or New York. We know originally it's supposed to be in Vegas. Harrison got hurt. A lot of people say Harrison was ducking that fade. I heard from some reporters in Detroit that he didn't want the fight, and that's what his family was saying allegedly. And he took the fight. He probably was forced. He was obligated to take this fight, but I never thought or wavered that he would take the fight. He had a tough upbringing. He a tough guy. He already lost. And what do we really got to lose? Jermell Charlo has everything to lose in this fight. Tony Harrison already upset at Charlo. All right. But they end up going to the Barclays Center, which I had a feeling they would. December 21st. So mark that down. That month is filled with PBC fights or fights involving PBC fighter. December 7th, Andy Ruiz taking on Anthony Joshua. December 28th, you have Javante and Gamboa, possibly in Atlanta or New York. 21st, now you got Charlo and Harrison. Harrison. December 7th, you got Jermell Charlo taking on Dennis Hogan and Korobov and Chris Eubanks Jr. on the undercard. I think they setting up a fight between Eubanks and Charlo. And possibly December 14th, I heard, this is just a rumor, Mikey Garcia could be tuning up then. Somebody was saying it's possibly going to be Victor Ortiz. That'd be funny. But Harrison and Charlo too, I think it's the most anticipated fight second half, other than like AJ and Ruiz. I don't really think nobody care about Wilder and Ruiz Luis Ortiz too. If it happened, it happened. I don't plan on spending money on it. I like Wilder, one of my favorite fighters out, but that's not going to be in the budget, and I'm not going to make a way for it to be in the budget around Christmas time and Black Friday and Thanksgiving time. I'm just not doing it. All right. All these useless and pay-per-views, they want me to come back and buy some of these pay-per-views and support them. The black fighters need to stop, need to throw all their WBC belts in the trash can, and they need to come up with their own belt. I support that all day. But Harrison and Charlo too, I think it might be similar to the first fight. I think Harrison should make some adjustments. Charlo won't make no adjustments. His last fight, Derrick James fighters, all offense, no defense. They fight the same. He totally destroyed Charlo's great boxing style, side to side, slipping and dipping. All he had to do was add a little bit of aggressiveness to his game, and now Charlo thinks he a slugger. But he got that puncher's complex thing, man. Like when Carcino asked him, why don't you, who punch harder? I think he asked that Charlo, and he blew up on him. I think he's jealous that his brother a bigger puncher, and he doesn't embrace that he's a better boxer. The boxer that hit and don't get hit gonna last longer, and probably gonna have a bigger legacy than the guy that get the knockouts. But he wanted to be like his brother. He wanted to be a power puncher and versus a fighter that's rangy and that got some speed and that understand that stiff style. Really, Harrison just really need to put that right hand down the middle some more off that jab, and maybe put in the check left hook there, and maybe even touch the body a little bit. But all you got to do is utilize that jab, keep using that jab, and put something behind it. May it be an uppercut, may it be more right hands, may it be an overhand right, may it be a right hand to the body. All he got to do is make small adjustments. Charlo going to come out angry, emotion. He got to just weather that storm and just counter off his aggressiveness. I could see a one-punch knockout happen on either side here just because of the anticipation and not a build-up. But I believe Harrison should get the job done in this fight. Charlo, even if he win this fight, I would dub J-Rock to beat him unless he catches him. J-Rock is a really good boxer, puncher, fighter. But Charlo just not, his style ain't gonna last, especially if he move up in weight the way he fighting. he need to go back to Ronnie Shields. He go back to Ronnie Shields and get back to basics and then add some aggressiveness to that style. I think Jermell Charlo will be one of the 10 best fighters in the world. But you know what? He not. He gonna come out fighting the same way. When he fought Kata, I was looking for him to kind of be a little bit less aggressive. Not less aggressive, but more fluid, more on his toes, boxing, letting his punches just flow and be fluid. It's the same thing. He punched just like Earl. They real stiff, real, just real generic in that textbook style. And that style can't be dominated and beat by fighters like J-Rock, Tony Harrison, Crawford. That style can be dominated by slick fighters that can speak that language. So, there's Tony Harrison not healthy or nothing like that. But December 21st, Barclays Centers. I think it's almost a year to the date that they fought last year. So it's fitting that hopefully Tony Harrison can, end this decade out, making the Lion Cub cry and not play video games. I'm riding with Tony Harrison all day, especially over Charlo. He got mad because I put a video up talking about, he said, fuck the fans and shit like that. You know what? If you mad because I held you accountable, so what? Really don't care. You a nobody. Don't motherfuckers don't know you. You ain't Michael Jackson. You ain't Michael Jordan. I'm riding with Tony Harrison. And hopefully Harrison knock his ass out. All right, now, Gary Russell was being threatened to get stripped if he don't get more active. It was told to me that Mauricio Sulaiman was asked by a reporter in Spanish, which the video I linked in the description. Next guy, if Gary Russell don't fight 3 times a year, they gonna strip him. Okay, at the end of the day, all this shit going on here, you didn't suspend Canelo for failing the clenbuterol test, right? You made David Benavidez the state champion in recess. He should have been stripped for whatever was in his system and had to build his way back up, right? Canelo won he won a belt from Golovkin. He didn't have to fight 2 mandatories, all right? I'm just trying to look at some more double standards hypocrisy. Lomachenko ain't did shit, defended a belt or nothing. He won a vacant belt while being already a dual title holder and not being ranked in a system. He get a vacant WBC belt, don't defend it, become the franchise champion. And now, at the end of the day, they want to threaten Deontay Wilder when he said he wanted the body. They want to strip Gary Russell because he do his mandatory once a year. At the end of the day, if I meet my mandatory once a year, what they got to do with what's the problem with me fighting once a year? What's the problem? At the end of the day, I tried to fight the best. I wanted to fight Leo Santa Cruz. I wanted to fight Abner Mares. I wanted to fight Oscar Valdez. I wanted to fight Josh Warrington. The WBC did order him and Leo. Leo ducked it. I don't want to be out here wasting my hands and my limbs on guys who don't want to fight. Find me some fucking opponents. Find some better mandatories. I do my mandatory. I get in, I get out. If you want me to fight, more than once or twice a year, more than once a year, well, shit. Tell the other fighters to come up and fight. They quick to strip niggas, dog. Real talk. They quick to strip us. They quick. And when it comes to Canelo, let's wait and see, what actually happened with the drug test. When it's Benavidez, let's wait and see what happens. When it's Ivy or Uterman, let's wait and see. And he didn't really test. When it's Dillian White, we've been waiting for like forever. He a brother at the end of the day, he is. When Deontay Wilder, strip him. He needs to be stripped. He wants to catch a body. They strip. He's going to face some consequences and all that about his catching the body remarks and it's getting ugly. It's just man, tired of WBC. When it was Charlo, he won the belt. Jermell, he got to fight 2 mandatories. All that crap. They quick to want to strip us, man. When these black fighters gonna recognize, man, get rid of that green belt. Get rid of that green belt, man. They not for y'all, dude. They want to talk about PBC fanboys and PBC want to talk about not acknowledging the WBO. I wouldn't acknowledge none of these belts except for the IBF. I wouldn't acknowledge them create your own belts. Al supposed to be a boss. That'll be the biggest power move he ever did. His imprint on boxing, creating your own belt and riding your own wave. And y'all determine what undisputed is. Don't be scared to change. Mauricio Sulaiman full of shit. He is. he not gonna get Chris Eubanks Jr. his mandatory because he said something about him. All the shit Canelo probably been said about you when you stripped him in favor of Golovkin, trying to make him jealous. And y'all ran right back to him kissing his ass. Oh, we gonna strip you if you don't fight more. Who you want me to fight then? Or give me 3 mandatories a year then. Give me 3 mandatories a year. It's crazy, man. I dropped that belt if I'm Gary Russell, dude. All them fighters, Wilder, Gary Russell, Charlo, Devin Haney, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, all of them. They need to get together and take all their belts, put it in a trash can, a big dumpster, put it on fire, and say F it. Even Mel and Tony, take them belts and F it. Fuck them belts. You know what I'm saying? Because they pimping us. They got 2 sets of rules. They got a set of rules for black fighters, and they got a set of rules for the other. You know, they didn't suspend Canelo. Canelo should have been dropped from the rankings after that clenbuterol test. He should have had to fight his way back in the rankings. They gave him another title shot immediately after Golovkin. What was that suspension? He already was dealing with an injury anyway. Didn't have no VADA drug testing. He didn't have to be tested or nothing while he was suspended. He got to pump whatever he wanted to into his knee to get healthy. And then, until 60 days before the fight, they started testing again. What type of suspension is that? And they're going to sit here and threaten Gary Russell. They're going to sit here and tell Gary Russell, oh, if you don't get more active, we going to... Well, just take the belt, dude. I don't have nobody to fight. Y'all giving me these mandatories that nobody heard of. King Tug, who was that? Who just fought? Kiko Martinez. Come on, man. Y'all talking about y'all want to promote unification bouts. You're going to strip Gary Russell if he's not more active. Like, man, I'm like, man, I'm Gary Russell. I take that belt and I throw it down the dumpster, dude. They not promoting unifications. They promoting ducking. That's all it is. Had Leo Santa Cruz had that WBC belt, he'd be franchise champion right now. He'd be the 3rd. Gary Russell got, years of holding that belt. And all of a sudden, out of all those people you can suspend, bruh. Canelo, failed testing, ducking the opponents. Lomachenko, don't want to fight Devin Haney, ducking the opponents. Jose Ramirez, duck Regis Prograis. And he going to drop the belt and not fight Regis Prograis after he fight Victor Postal. Strip him now. You can make Taylor and Prograis a 3-belt fight. You know what I'm saying? You can just keep going on and on. David Benavidez, he had an adverse test for cocaine. Had that been Wilder, had it been a brother, guess what? They would have been suspended for longer. Saying, they keep doing the same thing. Luis Ortiz. They sat down and had a conversation with him. He still got suspended, though. It is what it is, man. These boxers black boxers gonna sit here and be slaves to their trade. Slave to a sanctioned belt body. All they do is take money out your check. Just to call your fight a world championship fight. You can get a cardboard belt and put WWE on there and people think it's a championship fight. It's not false advertisement. Al Heyman want to put his imprint on boxing. He want to really put his imprint on boxing. Come in and change the sanctioned belt body rule, man. If Al Heyman take his 250 plus fighters, 500 fighters, whatever it is, and keep the money all in the family, that's what he should do. Come up with y'all belts, right? And rank it, have a 20 fight ranking system with 2 different belts. And if Crawford or other guys that's not in the network, they want to fight in the belts, they got to abide by rules. They can always fight for the belt. And let them just have it. They let them have WBA, IBA. Let them have them belts. Let Lomachenko have them belts. Let Top Rank. Let Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn getting fucked just as bad as Al Heyman and them is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they should work with the Zone or somebody else just to prove a point. Say, look here, man. I know Eddie, we had our differences. You played me and get with the Zone. Say, look here, man. We just started our own belts. You know what I'm saying? You had one belt on your side. We had one belt on our side or whatever. We work together and we get this shit done. You know what I'm saying? And Bob Arum and De La Hoya, the other side of the Zone, and they can have these belts. They can go over here and have you. Anybody gonna watch the ESPN top ranked cards full of Ukrainians and Mexicans nobody care about? Real talk, PBC in the zone, or PBC should make a power move and come out with their own belts. If Al Heyman would be a boss forever for doing that, bro. He'll be a Hall of Famer off that. But them threatening to strip Gary Russell, like, come on, man. There's a lot of guys you should strip before you get to Gary Russell, bro. You know? But y'all know what it is, man. Goodfellas Sports TV. I'll put the interview link in the description if you understand Spanish, and let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, a video request. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. And Harrison, Charlo 2, Barclays Centers, December 21st. You know, you heard of that first. Gary Russell is getting threatened to get stripped if he don't fight 3 times a year now or be more active by the WBC. And other than that, man, that is what it is. And some few other things working behind the scenes that we're going to talk about in the upcoming days or the upcoming hours. I do appreciate